Welcome to this 5 Loaves presentation on how to bake bread using the bucket approach. Now, the bucket approach is something that Jimmy Andrews developed and is used very successfully in micro bakeries. And today he's going to be showing Hermina how to use this, and we're going to tell her something about setting up a little micro bakery as well. Hello Hermina, will you tell us about your need?
I live in an area where there's no fresh bread available, and I would like to learn how to make one and provide it to the community at an affordable price. I would also like to learn how to set up a micro bakery and what the requirements are on that.
Thank you, Hermina. Right, now I'd like to introduce Jimmy as well, who has pioneered this approach. Jimmy is going to explain to us, before he does the demonstration, as to why the bucket method is very effective. So I'm going to hand you over to Jimmy, and he will just explain to us why this bucket works so well. Jimmy.
Thank you. Well, Ginger, the big demand for fresh bread is obvious, and everybody would only appreciate bread when it is freshly baked. At the moment we see commercial bread being produced at the rate of maybe 6,000 an hour, and the ingredients consists of 6 chemicals. It gives you a shelf life of 2 weeks. So when you buy a loaf of bread, it might feel nice and soft and sliced and wrapped in plastic bags, and people think it's fresh, but it's actually already a week or 2 old. So for me it was important with the COVID, and having lost my job, I decided to put the dry mix, which I was doing for a deli in Alauddus Park, and the system worked very well in the buckets. The bucket system is very profitable and is very easy to handle. It can be mixed with or without a machine, but the resting and the rising process happens in the bucket with the hot water from a tap. So all of that makes it extremely easy. The bucket also tends to be like an alarm, and when the lid pops, it would call you and remind you to fold it back until it's done 3 times, and then the dough can immediately either go in a shape or in a flat pan and straight into the oven. The bucket system has been proved, the bucket method, has been proved successfully in a small deli, where we, on a very small base, 2 square meters, could produce sufficient bread for big orders. And they were always made into the Italian bread mix, which is natural with no chemicals involved. The idea of starting a micro bakery on a small square footage is profitable and can be made either by machine or by hand. So from that point of view, an economical point of view, an opportunity for people to start something small, either from home or from a business, is really very exciting.